Okay, Algebra 2, this is talking about distance and midpoint. The midpoint of a segment is the point that divides the segment into two congruent pieces. It cuts it in half. Basically, all you have to do is add your x's divided by 2 and add your y's and then divide by 2. The important thing is, if you are going to do this in your calculator, you need to do 5 plus 2 enter divided by 2, 8 plus 6 enter divided by 2. Because if you just do 5 plus 2 divided by 2, it's going to follow the correct order of operations and give you the wrong answer. So basically all we did was we took our x's, we added them, we divided by 2. We took our y's, we added them, we divided by 2. It's okay for it to be a decimal or a fraction. It's okay for it to be negative. So looking at number 1, if you want to do it in your calculator, it would be 0 plus 6. I took my two x values, enter divided by 2, and then it would be 2 plus 4, enter divided by 2, and so I have 3 comma 3 as the midpoint. So negative 2 plus 6 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. Do it in your head, do it in the calculator, it does not matter to me. 6 plus negative 6 is actually going to be 0, divided by 2 is still 0. Negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4, divided by 2 is negative 2. Negative 11 plus 8 is negative 3, divided by 2 is negative 1.5. 3 plus negative 7 is negative 4, divided by 2 is negative 2. 2.3 plus 1.5, when you get to a decimal, you may want to go ahead and put it in your calculator. 2 plus 3 plus 1.5, make sure you press enter before you divide by 2, and you get 1.9 for the x value. And then you're going to do this again with your y values, 3.7 plus a negative 2.9, enter, divided by 2, enter, 0.4. It's fine for it to be a decimal. Okay, midpoint is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Going to the back of your notes, and we want to talk about the distance. There is a specific formula for distance. It is the square root of x2 minus x1 quantity squared plus y2 minus y1 quantity squared. You're just going to put numbers in the formula. Okay, your first point gives you x1 and y1. Your second point gives you x2 and y2. You may want to label those and then put them in your formula. So looking at this example, distance is going to be equal to the square root of x1 plus x2, and so, I'm sorry, that's x1 minus x2, or x2 minus x1. It doesn't matter which one you do first as long as you're consistent. So this would be like 5 minus 1 quantity squared plus negative 3 minus 7 quantity squared. Do not put all of it in the calculator at once, okay? Do it without putting it under the square root symbol would be my suggestion. So open 5 minus 1 close squared plus open negative 3 minus 7 close squared, and you get 116. So it's the square root of 116. I do recommend seeing if it's a perfect square. Square root of 116 is 10.7. So it's not going to be a perfect square, so I'm going to say 116, and I'm going to divide it by 2. 2 will go into 116, 58. Divide it by 2. 2 will go into 58, 29. So your distance is equal to 2 square root of 29. This is the one time that you will not put a plus or minus in front of it, because we are talking about distance, and you cannot have a negative distance. So if we're finding the distance between these 2 points, d is equal to the square root of negative 4 minus 2 quantity squared plus 2 minus negative 1 quantity squared. Take your calculator, clear it out, open, negative 4 minus 2 close squared plus open 2 minus negative 1 close squared, and you get 45. So it's going to be the square root of 45. You want to bring your 45 over. It divides by 5. 9. We got 3 and 3. So it's actually D is equal to 3 square root of 5. Number 8. You're going to say D is equal to the square root of negative 2 minus negative 2 squared plus 3 minus 4 squared. So use your calculator, and you're going to say open negative 2 minus negative 2, close squared, plus open 3 minus 4, close squared, enter. And it's the square root of 1, and we know that the square root of 1 is indeed 1. There's your answer. So the square root of 3 minus 5 squared plus 2 minus negative 2 squared. Using your calculator, you're going to say open 3 minus 5, close squared, plus open 2 minus negative 2, close squared, enter. And you get 20. So it's the square root of 20, but we need to come over here and see if we can pull anything out. 2 will go into it 10, 2 will go into it 5, so it's actually the 2 square root of 5. Remember, it's not plus or minus because we're talking distance here. So for the last one, we're going to have the square root of parentheses 5 minus 8 squared plus open negative 7 minus negative 2 squared. Go to your calculator, and you're going to say open 5 minus 8, close squared, plus open negative 7 minus negative 2, close squared, enter, and you get 34. So we have the square root of 34, and if you come over here and say 34 divided by 2 is 17, it won't break down, and so your distance is equal to the square root of 34. Okay, so that is the end of your notes, and you are ready to start your assignment, finding the midpoint and the distance. Make sure when you are working on midpoint that you press enter before you divide by 2.